Hello and welcome back everybody, it's Jackie and I've got a journal share today, a journal that's going into the Etsy shop along with a number of others over the next few days. It's what date is it today? The 21st of May, and it's a Thursday, so I'm hoping to get these put into the Etsy shop over the weekend. I have quite a lot of journals to put in. I've made all of the videos over the last few weeks separately, so I'm sorry there's going to be a lot of separate videos, but that can't be helped, and a lot of the introductions probably won't make a lot of sense because I've introduced them at the time, so that was at the beginning of lockdown 7 or 8 weeks ago, maybe a bit more in the middle, and so on and so forth. But anyway, I'm sure you'll forgive me for that. So this is a journal called Rose Bay Willow Herb. It's roughly TN sized. It's 4.5 by 8.5. It's a quilted cover inspired by Sheena at Luna Rosy, and as I say, 4.5 by 8.5 approximately, and the pages are perhaps a touch smaller, very similar size. I've got some sari silk on here, and I've made the cover just by layering up a piece of vintage cigarette card album and some laces, not vintage laces I don't think, but pretty laces, and it's one sewn in signature. It's quite bulky. I haven't got too many bits and bobs on this one, no charms on this one. There may be something added, I'll have to think about it, but I don't like to put dangles on every single thing. So inside we've got a card pocket. This is a vintage envelope from 1909, and on the other side of that I've opened it out to make a page, and we've got a pocket here with a little bit of decoupage, a tag made from one of those pages. This is some vintage crochet, very fine, delicate crochet. Popped a bit more of the lace on the bottom here, and a little faux calling card, which is a tailor-made journals digital download. And that's just paper clipped on there. If I can get that back in. There we go. No, I can't get that back in. There we go. On this side I've got a pocket. This is Amity Bloom wallpaper, and there's a 1920s magazine page in there. I don't have masses of vintage ephemera, so I use these old magazines instead. They're fun to read. Put a little bit of sari silk here. I've got Tracy Fox labels. This is a pocket made from part of a music paper page. This is a tag, a botanical tag, and another of those little faux calling cards. A bit of collage. There's quite a lot of stitching in this book. We've got a ruffle on the Edith Holden page. Then I've got some of this sort of bronze lace fabric, which I've put in as a page, and another pocket with a flower fairy tag. I've done a little bit of Kathleen Sunby's crazy stitching, as she calls it, on there. This is a photograph probably from the 40s, just an old random photograph I had. This is a vintage letter that I've torn up. There's a little bow up here. This is from a book. This is some white embossing on some pretty pink paper and some napkin decoupage. Plain journal card. A bit more ruffle up here on some vintage ledger from 1922. Again, I've just stitched a little bit more of that lace and a little bit of sari silk here. This, I think, is from one of the Edith Holden books. Maybe it's from Nature Notes, I'm not sure about that. This is a little tag with a snippet and a button on the bottom. This is some vintage French embroidery pattern paper. This is that music book. It's pretty fragile, and this is its natural colour. I haven't aged that at all. That's its natural colour. This is a postcard from early part of the last century from Huddersfield. I can't read that, but it's a halfpenny stamp, so it's obviously pretty old, and it's addressed to Miss Lily Smith in 515 Pepper Grove, Pepper Road. Anyway, that's in that lace pocket there. This is tea-dyed paper. This is the centre of my signature, and I've got a botanical tag in that pocket, and in here we've got a receipt from 1960 from a wine store. Quite a lot of wine. I've just done a little bit of decoupage on that. This is some more ruffle. This is from an old document, 1800s document, with a magazine page in this pocket with a bit of a paper ruffle. Some more of that crochet doily on there. This opens out. I just slit the paper here. I'll put a bit of washi over that, I think, just to reinforce that. So library card there. And I think I'm going to put another tag in that pocket as well. I did mean to do that, forgot all about it, so I shall do that. Some sari silk through there. It's another of those journal cards. This is the 1922 ledger. It's a magazine page in a tuck. I put another postcard in here. Again, this is stamped 1912, and this is to Miss J. Hay, number 66, Sowerby Green, Sowerby Bridge. I think that might be in the north of the UK, I'm not 100% sure. Made a pocket out of some more of that ledger paper. This is the crochet doily, and in here we've got a Flower Fairy tag and one of the Tracy Fox slides, and I've put a butterfly in that one. On the back page we've got another bit of decoupage, another of those calling cards, and a little collaged embroidery on the back that I've put together. So that's Rose Bay Willow Herb, very floppy cover, and that's her. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll speak to you all again soon. Thank you.